Hey YouTube, this is Will, and today I have a very special video for you all, and this time it's another review on another Hornby train, and this time it's going to be on Henry. Yes, Henry the Green Engine, and today we will be reviewing him. So, a few years ago, I have bought this. Can't remember which shop it was, but I have had this for a really long time now, like many years in fact. So yeah, I really love this model, and now let's go on with the details of this model, shall we? First off, Henry was based off a Henry is now, since his rebuild, was based off a 5MT black tender engine, which is his basis that he was rebuilt in real life, and that's what Hornby have made Henry out of, a black 5MT. And now also what I like about this model is that he has a ton of detail. Yeah, and I really like his light shade of green, and he has the green wheels. This is the old style Hornby Henry that I've got, and like I said, I've had this for a really long time now. I really like his green wheels. Now, this model is tender driven, which you guys already know, but that's the truth. He is tender driven, as you can tell, because his side rods are moving. And he does run well when you put him on the layout. Now in the Railway series, Henry's running boards are black, but in the TV series, Henry's running boards are white. But basically, this model of Henry's running boards are white, which is interesting but great, and he has a very unique face. They've done a good job painting his green paint with red stripes on the entire body, and the details on both sides of his cab and windows look amazing. Look at that. It isn't just green. We have red stripes and yellow stripes. And at the bottom, we've got 2004, that's something I think it is, and Thomas Ltd. And what's interesting about this model is that when you take him and his tender apart, you can actually see the inside of the cab, where you've got the firebox and where they have to shovel more coal and stuff like that, where the driving firemen go in. Interesting, I know. And he has them green foot plates and white hand railings. Even though we're taking a good look at him without his tender, he is still in very good condition. And let's start. For second off, we've got the tender. The tender also has green foot plates, green all over at the bottom, his green wheels, and his tender is all green at the bottom. The whole tender is green. Yeah, and as you guys notice, there is a hole in that square where his back buffer beam is. Don't know if you guys can see it, whether if it's a square or not, but it does have a hole in it, which is odd, but just the way it looks. But it's just the way it looks. And they've really kept the coal and the top at his back still black, as well as the front of his tender. And he still has the red stripes on his green tender and number 3. Now, however, they did a good. Hornby have done a good job on his number 3 by painting the yellow inside and then the red stripe from the outside, but the yellow going in the outside is something that I wish they would have done a little bit more tweaking on. I'm not sure whether they've tweaked it on when they updated this, when the new style Hornby Henry came out or something like that, but I just wish that they could have done more. They could have done more tweaking on the number 3 on his tender as well, by getting rid of the yellow on the outside and keeping the red as the outside rather than the in. Yeah, I still think I wish they could have tweaked that a little bit more, but that's what I think anyway. And what's very interesting about now, I know you all like the Hornby Henry and all, which is fine, and I know you all like the Bachmann Henry as well, but what I have noticed, that the difference between the Bachmann Henry and the Hornby Henry is that, like I've mentioned earlier, the Hornby Henry was made out of a 5MT, and Bachmann have made their model of Henry just to make a resemblance to the Henry we've seen in the TV series. I mean, it would have been interesting to see the Thomas and Friends or Thomas the Tank Engine characters in the same shape as their Railway Series counterparts, so that they'll look like the steam engines in real life. But yeah, I suppose that that explains why some might prefer the Railway Series than the TV series, or the TV series than the Railway Series. But yeah, that's what I am trying to point out, whether if it's good or not. So, for those who are thinking, should you get this model or the Bachmann one? If you're a Henry the Green Engine fan, that is. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this review, and please feel free to like or comment on this video. Whatever you want to do, I don't really care whatsoever, and I really hope that you might get Hornby or Bachmann Henry yourselves. So, I hope you all have a nice day or night so far, folks.